Thanks, Hogue.
Right on. I'm going to get a pair. Alyssa, who you sometimes see on Top Quiz, is the biggest Croc supporter on planet Earth. Probably has 100 pairs of them. So people love them that much. I'm going to give them a try. I guess back to the charts.
Equities are still selling here. We are now 1% down in the NASDAQ and continuing to see some selling coming in here. I guess Goolsby is still speaking, but this high volume that we saw here is now holding as a resistance. Is it time that we start thinking about some of those downside targets that we had? I know we are under settlement. Is that right? I don't think that settlement's updated, but your weekly kickoff low, Hogue, 525 in the NASDAQ. Pretty far down there, but it's also just 150 points away, which is not a lot.
No.
If we see some acceleration,
we could be there in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Huge
really
put
could.
level. If we accelerate through like 5650, 5655 starting, there are a metric S ton, F ton, if you will.
Order filled
down there. So that's the level I'd be looking at.
All right, so we're doing the opening range trade in crude oil right now. It's 57.97. Oh, that was wrong. 67.97 and 57.81. All right, so we got the first. We got them surrounded. We got them right where we want them, guys. We got to stop to get long 67.97, stop to get short 67.81, and we're right in the middle of them. So we've got them surrounded. We'll see which one gets filled first. Which one do you want to get filled first, Jay?
The short
order filled.
I think it gives us a better opportunity for the buy that I was looking at. Right where we could sell back down to 67.25 potentially.
We
so
are
I think
short.
We did just get in short. Yeah, I'd like that better.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we haven't really broken out, and we're at that supply zone. So all right, I'm going to move the stop. 802. Okay. All right, we're in.
802.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'd be looking at.
Let's go to negative 40.
Yeah, right. Let's do it. 67.50 and then 25s as targets.
25. All right, I like it. 25.
We're kind of testing the high of that high volume candle I was talking about on the 30-minute chart. It's right at 67.74. So just need to see some selling coming in there. Start to use it as a resistance instead of a support, and then we trade through that imbalance, which we haven't done since that candle printed.
It was last week's high as well, Jay. 67.73.
Nice.
So did you guys hear about the interest rates in Russia?
No, yet. What's up?
Apparently, the powers that be in Russia decided to keep their interest rates at 21%. 21%.
That is a hefty amount. I guess good if you're holding money markets at the bank. I actually looked it up, Hope, because you mentioned this earlier. Gabe, do we have that photo of the U.S. funds rate historically?
Order filled.
There we go. Going back to 1955, these are the U.S. Fed funds rate. So at 21%, they got us beat. They hit a high of, it looks like, about 19% in 1981. Jay, what were you doing in 1981?
I don't even think I was a thought at that time.
Me neither.
Order filled. I was a junior in high school. Matter of fact, I made this in 1981. So interest
Wow.
rates were 19%. You would have had to pay a lot of interest to buy this from me in 1981.
Wow.
Yeah, don't finance any early 80s vases. We're at kind of an important level here.
Order
I'm
filled.
looking at the ES at least. Zoomed out. These are 15-minute candles going back to the lows of this recent downturn. You see how much trouble we've had getting above 5,700, or actually in the contract, so 5,760, 5,755. We're testing the lows of the last couple days here. Continuation or faded? We'll find out when we get to fast markets.
NASDAQ down 1% right now. S&P is down 0.83%. This is interesting. Is this
Anyone in
if we were
chat?
talking about
Go ahead, Jay,
the
please.
range bound? If we were talking about the range bound activity, we should be thinking buy it here. But that momentum into these lows maybe causing a little bit of hesitation. I wouldn't hate to see these 5650s get run and then maybe buy it on the upside if we see that reversal.
I like that.
I do too.
I like it a lot. We'll keep an eye on that. Anyone in chat, did anyone catch the Tesla all hands on Twitter X last night?
I did. Order filled.
I did not.
Yeah, I still have to look at the highlights of it. Trying to see if anything happened. Surprising with this dump off pre-market right now, Tesla is only down a little under %, which is nothing for that. Mm-hmm. We got Nvidia down about 1.4%. No one's really bucking the trend pre-market. Nothing too out there. Just down around the same as the NASDAQ.
Well, apparently, Jack, Tesla trade-ins are on track for a record high right now.
Yep. We shall see. They may lose their... What's going to replace them in the Mag 7? And Tesla right now has 760 billion in market cap. Let me take a look at the NASDAQ components real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Crude short just kind of hanging out here.
Yeah, it's hanging out.
Yeah. I guess they'd have to welcome Netflix back in. Broadcom's no fun. Cisco's old school. I'm just looking through the weights here. PepsiCo is 15. Ooh, Palantir. That could be a juicy one.
That's what came to my mind when you first asked the question. Would it be Palantir?
16th highest weighted stock in the NASDAQ, has a revenue of like $2 billion a year and a market cap of, even after this downturn, like $200 billion.
You really think it's going to come to that, Jack, where Tesla's just going to be out?
Well, the Mag 7, like what did we call it before Mag 7? There was FANG.
Yeah, the FANG stocks. Yeah.
So stocks do move in and out of them. Generally, I felt like the Mag 7 should be the $1 trillion market cap. I mean, if Tesla rises again, sure. But if it goes down below, 500 billion market cap or something,
then they have
I need something else. Eli Lilly. Love it.
I mean, isn't everybody crazy about electric cars anymore? Does that matter to anybody anymore?
So I think people, I don't think people hate them. I just think there's a lot more competition right now for Tesla than there has been, right? You have a bunch of other brands that, started off as car brands, right? And Tesla's almost looked at more as a technology company than a car brand, right? So if you have similar technology in a Benz or a BMW or, you know, a different brand, I think people go there. You know, if you've ever sat in a Tesla, my brother used to own one. It's a nice car, but as far as if you're thinking luxury brand, it's not there.
Really?
Well, the
No.
the bigger thing, Hogue, is just that they really do need the robot stuff to work, because even if people were buying Teslas, like a ton of them, uh, as I said, it has a $800 billion market cap. Uh, that is crazy for an automaker. I mean, they are valued to perfection there. It's the other stuff. So if that works out, great. But it's robots, baby.
That scares me.
Yeah, I don't
Robots.
see you being one of the early adopters to robots.
No, probably. Probably. I've always been so distrustful of technology,
Yeah,
and you know, I hope that I'm
I
wrong.
could I could tell by the way you're facing that microphone.
Ha ha.
There you go.
Sorry. Uh so
Hanging
we're
out
just
by
sitting
the
here
Lowe's.
basically scratch on this crude trade right now.
Waiting for some news, maybe.
Mm,
Uh, the S&P looks like it wants to take out those 50s. For the guys trading in fast markets, that should be an interesting area. We were seeing some size
wha-
on the books up above. It was an 800 lot. They moved it up. They were at 5670, but now they're sitting at 5683.
mm.
What would our stop be if we took a tight uh short here to try and take out those 50s? Up, too late. Don't talk, trade Jack.
Yeah. uh, well,
76, but that's expensive. Maybe 66, 67.
I see
Just looking at
67.
this last.
That's that price bar overlap, and there's that
Yep.
naked point of control there at 56, 68, 75. Hmm.
Short
Well,
CL.
yes.
NASDAQ has a similar low at 19601. Maybe if we wanted to take it in some micro NASDAQ, where the S&P is getting a little bit closer to that level already. There is a 100 lot at 650 in the NASDAQ right now. This could be a great buy area as well. I think we really have to see
Yeah.
how the market responds to this. Um,
This
you know, we
is
could pop
the
right back up into this range, go 400 points to the upside or 300 to the downside. Should be a fun day. What do we have on fast markets? I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit.
I was just looking
it,
that up now. We got Dakota and Hoop coming in for fast markets this morning.
Coach Hoop trading some hogs on fast markets.
that'll be
Fun.
cool. That would be cool. We're just not getting anything out of these markets today here. Gold not moving. Crude oil not moving.
Were you saying something there, Jay?
Nope. I'm just looking at this Nasdaq chart for where we might be selling off to.
Hmm.
There are
Reminder
Well,
again
you
for
said
those just joining us, there is not a ton going on today besides the triple witching, which I guess is a ton. Options expiration today. I think I saw maybe 4.5 trillion worth of options expiring today. We've been in this downtrend There's a lot of puts in the money. We'll see where the chips fall.
Mm-hmm. This was S&P is, I mean, kind of an area of demand here for earlier in the week, but I'm not stepping in front of this.
Fed's Williams is speaking now. Don't know where. Offering pearls of wisdom, such as, the title of the speech is Certain Uncertainty.
Oh, my goodness.
According to Williams, economic data has been sending mixed signals.
I have a question.
That's all
I
you
have a
need
question
to
for you
say.
guys. I know we use a continuation chart here on TopStepX, so you don't see the gaps in data from rollover. Do you consider the rollover gaps at all when you're trading them?
Well, that's why I look at SPX.
Yep.
What about you, Hogue?
No, because I've just never looked at them, and I'm always trying to get the levels and the information from the actual contract that I'm trading. So I go right to the March or the June contract. I don't really pay attention to the gaps. And it's probably something I should pay attention to, but I just don't.
What I get nervous with, and we see this happen occasionally, is when we get closer to is basically when you start looking back at trying to do a short-term trade, because our folks here tend to take, I think, littler pieces out of things, is when you're looking back at a low or a high that happened 3 months ago. Like you're looking at the daily chart or something like that, and seeing the futures contract approach that and being like, here's the breakout, but that price is actually 50 points different in the spot market since then. Because remember, you're trading in the futures contract things that are deliverable in the future, and there's a premium built in that diminishes until expiration. So, taking this for example, if I go to the day chart here, and we're looking at levels that happened months ago, like, we're taking out the September low or something like that. If you're not taking bigger trades off that, I mean, for way more points or something, that's going to be different than if I go to it'll still be the low. The shapes will be the same, but there'll be different prices.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my TED Talk.
Continuation chart of the actual.
Thanks. I had a trader ask that question. I don't use them either, but I was just wondering if you guys did at all.
Good question. Good question. Feds Williams. Certain uncertainty. That's all the market needed to hear. That works.
All right, hang on these lows. We're going to be here for just a few more minutes. Then we're going to take a break, come back with Andre, Hoop, Dakota to tackle this triple witching. Love it, Hogue. It's Friday. You got your Grateful Dead shirt on.
Yes. Yeah.
Party shirt.
This was it's from the Sphere. I didn't get to the Sphere, but a contractor that was working on the house went to the Sphere, and he brought me this T-shirt. I thought that was very nice. I love the T-shirt, though. I'm going to the Sphere this year, come hell or high water. So yeah, let's trade, cautiously today. Let's have a good day. As always, stay humble, grateful, creative, and centered in your trading. Make sure you're breathing. Always be breathing. Pray for peace, everybody. And happy Friday. I got to tell you, I'm going to be out next week. Jay, I'm going to be out next week. So I will be missing everybody. You're going to be on the road a little bit, having a little bit of relaxing, but I'll be watching.
Yes, you'll be watching. I too will be
Always.
out Monday. Might talk about that a little later on the podcast. Not the podcast. We're doing a stream. Getting ahead of myself. Jay, what are you doing this weekend?
I don't have any plans this weekend specifically. I got to figure that out. But Hogue, I hope you enjoy some time off. Well-deserved time off. Hopefully you have some fun. Yeah, I got to figure out weekend plans. Maybe I'll do that now.
Good time to do it as any. Well, stick around. We got a hot triple witching day of action here. Next up, we got Fast Markets. Dakota was trading MNQ and talking about chickens apparently on slow market last night. But he locked in 5.1K in profits yesterday on Fast Market. Hoop is also here. I believe this is Hoop's first time on a full Fast Markets. Let's see if he can tear it up. Later today, we got Tuckman coming in. Andre and Tuckman will go through everything that's happening on this Friday. Jesse K is joining us. We got Vince and Mick coming in for Shoulder Tap. Top quiz today. Alyssa, the Croc Master herself, will be there. Anne-Marie, the rest of the day. Real Deal Zach. And then Muhammad, Tony S. and Anne-Marie will be in the Thunderdome for the Reversal Challenge while the options all expire. It's going to be lit. So stick around. We're going to take a quick break and be back with Fast Markets. This is Top Step TV. Have a lovely Friday. Why Top Step? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass TopStep's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a TopStep funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a TopStep funded trader today.
What up, Top Step TV? Alex Ferreira here. Just took home the Crystal Globe. It's a little better than gold. Let's go, baby.
So what's the Crystal Globe mean?
I am the overall champion of the year. Let's go. Boom. Rank number 1.
And where are we?
Calgary.
What's in Calgary?
Snow rodeo.
Yeah.
Power dropping next.
Order filled.
Alex Ferreira. Congratulations, Alex.
Phenomenal. Third place. Absolutely death-defying conditions. Let's go.
And in first place, with an unbelievable season yet again from Team USA, Alex Ferreira. Presenting the Globe to Alex Ferreira.
Order filled.
1, 2, 3 for 2025. Congratulations.
Hi, what's up, guys? It's Jack. It's 3 friggin' degrees out. First off, deep dish. It's for deviants. The real Chicago food stuff is the Italian beef. We're here where the best Italian beef in Chicago is, which actually isn't even in Chicago. It's here on North Avenue in Elmwood Park. We're at Johnny's. We're gonna rate it today.
But first, let's learn a little more about Elmwood Park, a village not far from where I live with my 8 million kids. Lots has changed over the years. This Costco used to be the Kittyland amusement park. This Amazon fulfillment center used to be a harness racing track for degenerate gamblers. This children's swim school used to be Horwath's restaurant, renowned for family fun, and as the place where Chicago mobster Chucky Inglis was shot through the eye in 1985. But one thing that hasn't changed is the proud Italian heritage. All along North Avenue, you can find examples of specialty Italian food shops, restaurants with paintings of Dennis Farina, video slots, Village President Angelo Skip Saviano, monogrammed aluminum awnings, all things which make this the perfect place to get an Italian beef sandwich.
Order filled.
And then 3 diet Cokes. Large, small? Small. Very small diet.
Deal boxing. Here we go.
What's right?
6 inches of glory right there, folks. Here we go. You got your slow roasted Italian beef. Got some hot jardiniere. You got a nice Italian roll. Dipped in the au jus. Ready to go. Boom, boom, boom.
You want a dip?
Uh-huh.
These sweet.
Uh-huh.
On the side. Peppers?
A little sloppy, but delicious.
Apple hot. Juicy. All right. So it's way too cold out here to do ratings right now. So what I suggest is we go to the Sienna. All right, boys. No camo wrapped McLarens here. Just 3 men in a Sienna. We just tried Johnny's beef. We're doing the ratings now. Let's go around the horn, starting with James and back. What do you think?
Honestly, eating a couple Italian beefs in my time here, that was one of the better ones I've ever had. Incredibly spicy, incredibly wet, incredibly delicious. You know what I'm gonna say, 5 out of 5. JD, what do you think?
I've also eaten beefs all over this town. Mr. Beef, Bona Beef, Portillo's, L's, you name it, I've been there. Pops on the south side, 103rd and Kedzie, one of my top favorites. But I'm gonna go a solid 8.2 on this beef out of 10 here at Johnny's. Very delectable, scrumptious, excellent stuff.
I had a friend who once told me about Bona beef. Go in hungry, leave with a Bona. But does not hold a candle here. I give this 97.8%, nearly perfection. Johnny's Beef in Elmwood Park. Check it out, guys.
Thoughts coming into this open?
Hoop, yeah. Finally, we're on together, man.
Yep.
I'm right there with you. You can see I have the hourly chart that you're talking about, Hoop, and we're right smack in the middle. This is an area of support, though. This is a zone of support. These lower 600s, we've bounced off it a few times, but yeah, we're getting these moves pre-market. We were talking about that in the green screen. These moves are coming in pre-market. NASDAQ's down over 1%. And the question that I have is, are you gonna sell off down here towards the lower end of this bigger range? Or are we gonna find support and then maybe be hanging out in the middle of this zone that we've been in on Friday? So thing for me, patience. Here we are getting ready to open in 5 seconds.
Yeah, here we go.
Ding,
Jack.
ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Jack, thoughts coming into this open. We are now open on this Friday. Let's go. Jack, thoughts.
Options rule everything around me. We're at an important level right now. Really interested to see if they buy it up right here in the cash market open or if they let it plummet Also, I apologize to everyone who's seen a video with me in it 1,400 times. It's all good. It's out of the rotation. I had to sit here in the green screen, or green room, as Dakota calls it, and watch myself. So I apologize. It's Friday. Let's do this.
Let's do it indeed. Ho, almost 60 seconds. I'll throw it to you here. Let's take a look at these markets.
Look at this level and buy it. I think it's a low risk area, but into the gold right now. Both the S&P and the NASDAQ have now traded both sides of the opening range. So opening range trades dead.
Adios.
Order
86%
filled.
long NASDAQ right now. Heaviest long tilt I've seen in a long time.
Well, take a look at my charts right now. I got the other charts up so I can show we so
They're
far
all
bounced
trapped.
exactly off this huge options level here. 5650 in the ES contract. That's 5600 in the spot market. Huge expiration there. First time wasn't able to take it out. Let's see what happens. Looks like they might be coming for it again.
Longs got smacked, Andre.
Yes,
Longs
they
got
did.
smacked. They were 85% long. Now they're 45% short.
Yes, they did. Now it's 45% long. You could have got short around 18,700 in the NASDAQ when they were 85% long. That last trade, 18,006.
Smoked.
Yep, so they did.
Smoked.
Remember, everybody, you do not need to trade the first 5 minutes of the New York session open. That's
100%.
insane.
Yeah.
Please.
Especially on triple witching.
Mm-hmm.
Good call in gold last night, Dakota. I got
what'd you
scared
think
off
about that one?
yesterday. Oh, that was beautiful. I sat there like a deer in headlights. Yep.
Dakota, what have you been trading so
that's
far?
Order filled.
Little P&L.
I traded a little bit of gold overnight. Got scared of being short, and then Dakota. I got out, and Dakota called the short, and we broke like $8. And I tried the long side of MES once, and this is not. I mean, straight up, I hate this final day. It's just a whipsaw day. So I just really am going to let the morning, the first 15 minutes at least, play out. So, and I'm looking to sell some cattle. Contract highs.
Love it.
Somewhere in here.
See if I can get a cattle tilt for you.
It is, Og.
Yeah, more selling in gold. Gold getting absolutely smoked out the open, down about $10. Open bell there.
Jay and I were just talking about gold has really been struggling to hold rallies. Makes sense now. It's come off quite a bit here. We were short the opening range trade too, and it took us out. And here it goes.
Here it
Did
goes.
you see that big volume candle overnight, Hogue? Did you guys talk about that? I missed the opening call this morning.
I believe we did. Yes.
Yeah.
In what market hoop?
In gold, on a if you look at like on a 3 or 5 minute, there was one 3-minute candle that traded like 2,800 contracts.
Overnight?
You'll see the big wick. Yeah, you'll see the big wick. Yeah, there's a big wick in there.
Session gap.
12:40
Just after
a.m.
midnight from the 17th
Mm-hmm.
to the 18th.
Oh
So
man,
that's
gold
Monday.
really did sell
Monday to
off after,
Tuesday, we had a
like,
big
during
gap
slow
up.
markets, huh?
We're
Just
gonna
seen
fill that
that
gap
go-
today, maybe.
Gold not done
Some
selling
roll
off.
action going on there too.
NASDAQ
Coming
testing
in
the low.
for, second attempt, 5,600 in the SPX. By the way, if you're joining us again, minimal news today. We had Goolsby speaking. We had Williams speak. Trump is doing something at 10 a.m. They put that on the juice now. And then it's triple witching.
Beautiful.
Dave, do we have that image I shared? This isn't my best work, but I'm hoping someone could run with it.
You see this?
For triple witching. Yeah.
Oh.
Here we are. Triple witching.
Man. Look at that.
I mentioned
that's good.
It's
good. MP was on the horn, the Slack horn at 2:53 in the morning, sometime during last night, talking about a triple witching bracket. So there's my 5
I
minutes.
did tell the creative team to make a T-shirt with that MP scarecrow on it. So maybe one day.
amazing.
It's my favorite picture.
Hey, Hogue, we're talking about triple witching for those. I know you covered it. What is triple witching for those that are tuning in just now? There you go. Classic Dips asking question. Can we explain what triple witching is real quick?
Futures expirations, option expirations, monthly option expirations. So you got all these options expiring, and anything that's in the money, they're going to end up holding positions in the futures, and that is going to probably knock things around later on.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. MOC could be a doozy.
4.5 trillion in options expiring today.
Man. Huge MOC yesterday. Billions and billions of billions. How about that one, Hoop?
That was billion. That was crazy. When I heard 2 billion almost, I'm like, holy moly.
Yeah, it was. More selling in the gold. Again, we saw 85% long tilt in the NASDAQ, around 19,700. That paired off to around 50%. So the NASDAQ sell down to 19,635. 65 points lower on that. Adobe remembers it.
High.
We're selling in the gold now.
Yeah.
We're not done.
It's going to go fill that gap.
Woo.
3,790.
And the metals market, when they get
Order
directional,
filled.
don't fight it.
Oh.
That is for sure. They are ruthless.
Huckleberry in the chat. Big dump in
If
gold.
you look at the 30-minute chart, it's pretty clear head and shoulders reversal. We just broke the neckline.
Oh, how's the count short crude from 67.80?
Yes.
Okay. Last trade 67.67. Gold not done. Just getting absolutely smoked right now. Cool shirt, Hogue, by the way. Like that.
Ooh,
Thank you.
What is it?
This is
The
Dead and
Grateful
Co.
Dead,
Grateful.
the Dead
Grateful
company
Dead.
at the Sphere.
Okay, yes. Nice.
I like the MC Escher reference here.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Gold down.
Oh, where do you got
19.
that gap in gold?
Yeah.
It's in it now. It goes
Bottom of it?
top end
Out.
3,031.10 down to 3,780.
Gold down
I got
17
that
bucks.
yearly I got that yearly VWAP we were talking about that I attached, and it's coming
Yes.
right to it at 30.17, which is kind of
Which is
like
last
right
week's
here.
high.
Yeah,
We just bottomed out at 30.18.
yeah.
50-50 on the tilt. Man, oh man.
Yeah,
Got
this
a
market's
big
a
Friday
mess, man.
Sunday. Yeah,
This
Dakota.
market.
Options expiration, man. I wouldn't be surprised for us to chop around here for a while near the big strikes.
Let's watch. If the NASDAQ breaks 600, I think we could go all the way down to 400, to be honest.
Ooh, boy. Last
That's
year,
a call.
630.
Spicy.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for all those big orders in the ladder. ES, NASDAQ, crude. Wherever you see it, call it out in the chat. We'll try to do our best here on TV as well.
Buyers trying. Buyers going for it.
Buyers are trying. Yep.
Order filled.
Gold with a
You also made a
little
lower high.
Yeah. Gold just fell out of bed today. Buyers giving it a shot here in the NASDAQ. Let's see if we see the tilt grow to long side. Not so much this time. Around 61%.
They learned their lesson the first time.
Touch the stove. How many times you got to touch the stove, you know?
Mm-hmm. Be patient. Wait.
Unreal. Sometimes obscure levels are just so good. If you look at my charts, there's an afternoon pullback high from the 13th of March. It's this blue line right here, afternoon pullback high. The market broke. That's the farthest it was able to get up to. It became support. Became support here. Became support here. And look where it just bounced again. At afternoon pullback high. Obscure reference.
If you zoom out,
what's that price?
19,602.
Yep.
So yep.
And that's right where Dakota was saying, if it breaks 600, we might be in trouble.
Yeah. You could even zoom out, Hogan. You see it's bounced off there a few more times.
Here.
Yeah.
That's some folks locked out for the day. Never a bad idea going into the weekend.
No.
Hey, speaking of the weekend, upper left-hand corner of the screen, hashtag fast markets, hashtag power hour at TopStepTV on the X. Show us your trader station setups. Also, let's kind of see what kind of plans you have for the weekend. Doesn't need to be very specific. Let us know what some of our traders are doing this weekend to get some time away from the screens. Again, hashtag power hour, hashtag fast markets at TopStepTV on the X. Turn that around to you during power hour. Actually, it's a reversal challenge today since it is Friday. See some cool plans for everyone this weekend.
Oh, what are we going to do here in this market?
Gold still heavy. 70% long ES. Licking wounds, M-Dub. Show us how you're going to lick your wounds over the weekend. Play some golf. Oh, here we go. Some buying coming in here. See if they want to take this thing higher.
So looking back with the 15-minute candles, just so we see it, I mean, that 56.50 level is crazy important. I mean, there's some support there.
Order filled.
And 100 points higher. Those are the strikes. All things considered, I think market makers would prefer this to go higher. I'm kicking myself for not at least trying that level, but them's the breaks.
Off the 50s, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. 56.71.
2.5%.
Again, Hogue. It's going to be a team effort today. Keep our eye on the news, all the breaking stuff. We talked about, we did have some speakers like Jack said. We got Trump doing his thing at 10 a.m. Central Time. Baker Hughes at high noon Central Time. We'll keep our eyes out on the breaking headlines all across the globe here on Top Step TV.
Something interesting right here. The White House, a White House official says the UAE commits to a 10-year, $1.4 trillion investment in framework in the United States after a meeting with Trump.
That's a lot of money.
The deal maker.
We do have Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth speaking today at 10. Don't know what that's going to do for the markets, but that's just on the docket here. And don't forget, Andre, Baker Hughes rig count, noon today.
Oh, man.
Can't forget
That's
that.
Big one.
Best number of the week. Always.
Is it true? The markets are on a 4-week losing streak. Is that right?
Did not know that.
This is
Let me
week
take a
number
look.
5 on the NASDAQ.
Huh.
Yeah.
I love how they paint it. Like in CNBC, they said the Dow's had its best week since January. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't hang my hat on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, does it, Hoop?
I wouldn't hang my hat on that. The Dow's been getting annihilated.
If we finish down
One
today, say
thing,
we
though.
closed here right now, that would be 5 straight down weeks.
These prices?
But it's an inside
Yeah.
week this week.
Yes, it is.
680.
So far.
So far, yeah.
So far, that is true.
Yeah.
Ain't over till it's over.
We're trading at prices we haven't seen since September of 2024, for perspective.
All right. Dakota, any prices you're looking at, or obviously you like to read the market in real time?
Yeah, just watching, waiting, see if something sets up.
Right.
But so far, nothing. We're all just hanging out here inside the first 5 minutes. We're still hanging at these mid 600s.
Gold
600,
continuing to
700s.
get smoked.
Gold is not done.
Yep,
Guys,
new
cash out
lows.
down about
New
20
lows.
bucks.
70% short in the tilt. Last week's high is right here, right where Hoops anchored VWAP is 17.
VWAP.
We're there right now.
3017. Yep.
God, I
Talking about
hate
those
gold.
Order
levels.
fill.
Still
Crude oil up 3 ticks.
We'll take it. Take
Yeah,
it.
it's
Hogue.
not moving. Well, I just say that. Now we're down.
And there it goes. They heard us, Hogue. You guys heard Hogue talking about the levels there in
And-
gold.
Look at
You want
gold.
those
And it's
levels.
gone.
Into the top of the chat, Top Step Daily levels. Open those up on
Order
Hello Real Estate
filled.
on the screen, or even do you one better. Click the indicators tab at the top of TopStepX. Type in Top Step Daily levels. Slap them right on top of your charts.
Oh,
15 minutes into this open. A lot of whipsawing in crude. Trade for Pip says yes. Gold, biggest mover so far.
$4 off the bottom, gold.
Little moves.
Long's getting heavy now. Tilts at 70%.
I mean the range, but it's gonna be a big range. And Q's wild today, says Grassmaster.
Yeah, basically
What
from
gas?
700 to 600 is the range here in the NASDAQ. Tilts 76% long.
Go, Dakota.
Man. Here we go. Let's see what happens here.
Did you go to the well
I've
one
been
more
watching
time?
it more and more, Andre. It's been entertaining from my end to see the traders and see how they react.
Yeah. Let's do another exercise here. 76% long at 19,694.
Basically right where we're at right now. These 94s, 95s.
94.
I'm taking a
So that-
micro gold here, risking new lows.
Thank you, Hoop.
This will be quick and painless.
19,702, 708s now. And Q tilt holding strong.
If we could break through these 712s.
Listen. Oh,
Fire
712s.
strong. We got following the all hands. Tesla is up
Oh.
now 2.5%, leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tesla.
They heard us talking about it today. Jack.
Gold still selling off. New lows gold.
Yep. Out 60 bucks on that's cool.
77% long now in the NQ, 74% long. ES, 75% long ES.
Did you just
Heavy
try and buy
longs.
gold? Sorry.
I did.
And wasn't it you that just said as soon as metals pick a direction, you get out of its way?
I did. But I look at range charts. So when I get deeper retracements a lot of time, especially in gold, it's such a V-shaped moving market that it's so different for me than other markets because when it goes, it'll go $8, and to get in is you have to sacrifice location sometimes in gold. That's just yeah, it's just a different market, Dakota. You know, it's just one of those markets that when it flips, it does get directional. But watch, if it goes the other direction, you know,
It
you just
V-shapes,
minimize
right?
the risk. Yeah.
Okay.
It's different.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Really want to see how this
For
tilt
$60,
play.
I might as well take the risk. and then flush.
You know, Andre, I'm watching
See
it.
ya.
I think the longs might get smacked here.
Gold's still getting sold.
Yeah.
If they do get smacked,
19,700.
Dakota, are
I
you
mean-
looking to ride the wave? Like if we break the lows of the day?
I'm waiting to see how the next 15, 20, 30 minutes play out and see if there's going to be a setup. I'm not biased in any direction right now. Like I said, if we break through these 600s, I think we go all the way down to 400. We are 100 points off the highs, basically. And NASDAQ is down 8.8%. So I mean, I don't know. I could see his market getting all the way up to these 760s, 760s maybe to the long side as we're starting to break out. And yeah, the tilt's been heavy long, and they're getting paid right now.
Yes, they are, Dakota. Still 75% long. Average price 19,707. NASDAQ 74% long. The ES average price 56.70. Right here, right now. Overnight VWAP in NASDAQ 19,749. About 22 points to go to the upside. We're cooking to the upside. Tilt getting paid.
You're looking at the overnight VWAP.
Yes, 749.
Got basketball today too, Andre.
Oops, my Jayhawks got bounced. Gone.
You saw that first time since 06. They lost in the first round.
Adios. Good riddance, Hunter Dickinson. Have fun in Turkey.
The 7-year college plan, Hunter Dickinson.
Have fun in Turkey.
That's all I have to say about that.
Order filled. Order filled.